Well, ladies and gentlemen, is Moses Wetangula, the Speaker of the National Assembly, being replaced? Yesterday, there was a headline on the Star newspaper which said Raila Odinga was pushing for bigger stakes in William Ruto's government. It went on to explain that Raila's team was claiming that they are the ones who have stabilized the UDA government, and now they wanted to be rewarded with lucrative cabinet slots. Before we delve into that, let us look at the chronology of events since William Ruto and his party took over the government from the Jubilee one. Now, William Ruto started with convincing Musalia, not even convincing, but he started by buying those small parties. He bought almost all small parties which joined Kenya Kwanza. And not even Kenya Kwanza, most of them joined UDA. They were broke down and merged with UDA. Now, there were only two parties that were giving him a headache. That is the ANC for Musalia Mudavadi and Ford Kenya for Moses Wetangula. Now, as he continued pressing on, Mudavadi bowed to that pressure and agreed to merge his party with that of UDA. But one person, Moses Masika Wetangula, refused totally to merge his party Ford Kenya with UDA. Ruto kept quiet, but it's not that he had forgotten about it. Now, things are coming to resurface again. After that merger, the request to merge those parties, here came the removal of Cleophas Malala as the Secretary General of UDA. Malala was removed from that seat and was replaced immediately. After that, William Ruto has made sure, or he's making sure, that Raila Odinga exits local politics. As in, he's making sure that Raila Odinga wins the AU chairmanship seat. He's making sure that at least Raila Odinga leaves Kenya, so that he gives him space to deal with Kenyans. After efforts to send Raila Odinga to AU, now Gachagua was removed. Gachagua was ousted from office, and now he has appealed to the courts, and the cases are still pending in courts. But Gachagua's fate is already sealed. Now, after Gachagua, now Raila and his allies have come to ask Ruto that they are the ones who made it possible for Gachagua to be removed from office, and now they are demanding for bigger stakes in the government. One of it being the cabinet slots. We have that cabinet slot, the interior cabinet slot, which was for Kindiki, which is now vacant. Now ODM wants to be given that slot for interior, and other permanent secretary slots that had been filled by people who were brought by the former deputy president Gachagua. Now, as you look into this chronology of events, it shows clearly that William Ruto is somebody who is using divide and rule tactic. He's eliminating one person after the other, removing one after the other, until at long last he'll remain with people whom he can manipulate. Because if you look into the people who are remaining in the political space in Kenya, it was only Rigathi Gachagua who would give him headache. Yes, after sending Raila Odinga to AU, it was only Rigathi Gachagua who would have given President William Ruto headache. But now Ruto has managed to kick Rigathi out of Kenyan political space. The remaining people, it's now we are now looking at Kalonzo Musyoka, who seems to be toothless because he is not showing his ambition to clinch that seat in 2027. So he looks like a toothless dog. He can't bite anything. So William Ruto is eliminating people one by one. And the next person to be eliminated from Ruto's government is the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula. And this will come by Ruto will come and tell him again to merge his Ford Kenya party with UDA. And as we know, Wetangula, he will not agree with that. He will decline to merge his party with that UDA. And that will be the start or the beginning of the end of the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, in Kenya Kwanza government. And even if he will agree, if he agrees to be, if he agrees to merge his party with UDA, then it will mean that William Ruto will be controlling all the political parties that have merged with UDA. He will be the sole party leader, and he'll be the one to say who will get what and who will not get. Now, other news from the Star newspaper says that if Rarieda, Member of Parliament, Otiende Amolo, will replace Speaker Wetangula in Parliament, in National Assembly, he will be Wetangula will be given a ministerial seat to be a cabinet secretary for foreign affairs. And as you know, he once was in that seat some years back. So these are the news that are coming up. We don't know if they will materialize, but we are keeping an eye on each and everything that is happening. Please like our video, comment, and share if possible. Bye bye.